Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We have got loads to go over today as the Galactic War map seems to be taking a bit of a weird turn with 3 days left on the major order. Some really weird choices are being made by the Galactic War team of Joel and others, and there is seeming to be some really weird cityscape decisions. We've also got the known issues list being updated, and we've got to take a look at the game's numbers because actually it's relatively surprising. We've got some other cool stuff to go over today as official news is pretty much on a low until Arrowhead decided to pull the fingers out the butt. But up until then, let's see what it is that we've got going. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions and discounts, all running up to 70% off. And with this recent lull, it's worth taking a look at. Links in the description for that one. And if you want to get involved with our giveaway for super credits, it's very simple, man. Head down to the comment section and just put a fire emoji. It'll all make sense as to why by the time you finish watching this video. We'll announce that one very soon. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of Helldivers 2. So, starting off, we need to take a look at the Galactic War map because this is a really, really weird thing. Obviously, we've got the current major order, which is to take 2 specific planets of Andar and of Asperoth Prime and make sure we hold them by the end of the MO. Well, there are 2 planets at least between any sister planet next to it, and that means essentially it is extremely safe. There is nothing attacking those planets, not at any point during the next 3 days. So pretty much do whatever you want, and it seems that even Joel gave up as he sent us over to Zaragoza for some strange and really unknown reason, which is currently one of the most weirdest planets known to man. With an intense heat, tremors, and so many other different modifiers, Leviathans are swimming all over the bloody place, and it's a bit of a chaotic storm at the moment. So much so that we'll show you a little bit more about that in just a second. But yeah, the game is in a bit of a lull period, and I think that they know it, with updates being made and processed to hopefully come out through the next few weeks. It appears that there's not really anything going on, and it shows via their choices on the Galactic map. Because over on Zaragoza, there seems to be a really weird burning question on everybody's tongues. My brother, in Christ, who builds a city in this hellhole? Do the citizens of this planet just accept this? Are there shields when there is no invasion? Do they take any precautions? Do we simply build these cities because we can? Is it just a weird flex to mog the former inhabitants? Holy, yes, this has been absolutely wild, as you can see that the actual cities themselves are just becoming absolutely obliterated by fire tornadoes. It's funny for me because for me the actual main effect modifiers need to make sense to the areas that we're in. A mega city with fire tornadoes burning everything makes 0 sense to me at all, and that's not just due to the invasion, that's just the actual weather that attaches to that planet. So it makes no sense at all. But let me know how you guys are finding it over there on Zaragoza. I personally have not been over there for a little while now, so I may go and make a visit later today. Next up after that, though, we do have the Helldivers 2 known issues list has now been updated as of 5 hours ago, where the city defend events don't show the correct super Earth controlled city biome. Oh, there we go. That actually makes a lot more sense, right? At least if that's how that actually looks. I have no idea. Nonetheless, they're going to effectively sort that out at some stage or another. Moving forward from that, though, we've got to talk about numbers, because Helldivers actually seems to be surviving somehow, and I have no idea as to how, so I want your guys' 2 cents on the matter, as right here we can see that the Steam charts are looking at a 32,000 24-hour peak, and this is on PC alone, I may add, so we're looking at maybe about 50,000 total players in any 24 hours, and it seems to be holding quite well. Yeah, we do have some very low lows, with only 10,000 people actually playing at any one time at this current point in time, but the overall seems to be actually holding up. And even though they've got a new nemesis in the rankings, because, as shown by this, Arc Raiders has now officially taken over Helldivers 2 in its all-time peak. That is a very surprising thing, and something that I am actually so glad for Embark Studios about, but have to question what the hell happened to Helldivers 2 on that basis. And maybe that's just gaming overall, as some people were in the comment sections showing that it actually happens all of the time, with Marvel Rivals now being at a peak of 70,000 people after being at 700,000 during its all-time peak. So it just doesn't take long sometimes for these games to deplete down to those lower levels. Let me know if you guys are still enjoying Helldivers 2, how much you're playing it, and whether you've even put your finger on Arc Raiders just yet, which, yes, we also cover here on the channel for those of you guys who didn't know, and we have been bloody loving it. Moving on from that, though, everyone's been speaking about Warbonds just lately, and now we're not going to show you the leaked Warbond by any stretch of the imagination, as I don't actually know when that thing's genuinely going to release, and I'd rather wait and not get people overhyped about something that isn't here yet. But what I will show you guys is a cool piece of concept art. As I was scrolling through the Reddit earlier on this morning, I came across this and thought that this would just be absolutely amazing if they actually did this collaboration. This is the Deep Rock Galactic and HD2 proposal for Underground Irregulars. My lord, this game actually took over my life back when it came out on PlayStation Plus quite some time ago now. I covered it here on the channel in depth and endlessly, and it did no end of good for the channel and for me as a person, because I just had so much bloody fun with it. Not only that, but we know the development team of Ghost Ship and Arrowhead do communicate on a regular basis. They play inside of live streams together, they actually game and communicate via messages, and I think that this should have just been a collaboration that came way before this point right here, because my lord, this would have just gone off the chain had this had come up at any point last year. Probably even for the first collaboration that we saw rather than Killzone. I think it would have actually made a lot more sense. Nonetheless, though, let me know what you guys are thinking of this one. For me personally, I would just be quite happy to get my pickaxe sidearm. That's just my main thing. That or the Gatling gun would also be pretty damn pleasant. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we've actually got time for in terms of news and stuff like that. We've got to take a look at your top comments from the previous video, as you guys actually had a lot to say about it. It's been a very, very interesting time for Helldivers right now. We're in such a lull period that loads of people are now finally getting the time to, one, clear up their backlog of games, or play new games that are releasing like Arc Raiders. This first comment right here states, I remember when we fought for that children's hospital and Arrowhead gave out a real-life donation. I never wanted to do a major order more than that one. And that was something that we were talking about in the videos, as we were reminiscing over when the days of good major orders were actually a thing, rather than this fluffy filler stuff which actually leads to nowhere. We used to actually get stratagems for completing a major order, or they would actually have a major order that impacted a real-life situation, such as the children's hospital. I don't know what's happened and why they've dug so far down into absolute nothingness, but these major orders now don't hold any weight. This next one states right here, honestly, I don't mind it being quiet for a short time after being slaughtered on Osheune. Now, yeah, I actually do agree with that one, but more so to the matter, it's actually given me a lot more time to play games that I have not been able to play for quite some time. So, Arrowhead, if you've done anything for me, you've helped me clear that backlog up a little bit. And this final one right here states, why is nobody talking about Barabos in the Marspira sector on the bot side? The planet is at 0.5 resistance for a day now since we liberated Fenmire right next to it. You read that right, minus 0.5. The planet basically captures itself and no one is diving there. Now, I think that the problem with it at the moment is that people are just not really looking at what it is that they're doing. Obviously, at this point in time, that planet is completely liberated. But at the point of that message going up, it's really, really weird as to why people don't actually dive in these places. I think that the obvious thing is that Helldivers don't read. So the likelihood is that they're not going to actually see those numbers, because they'll see a major order, see a little beacon for a defense campaign and go, well, that's where I need to go. And that's obviously the realism of it. Let me know how you guys play the game, whether you're a major order diver or whether you actually have a segregated bot diver, bug diver, or squid diver. I'm intrigued. Let me know in the comments. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today. We are going to be live in about an hour and a half, playing some games live on stream with you guys. It's been a couple of days, so it'll be nice to see your faces. Make sure you tune in. Thanks again for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, check out our sponsor, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.